All right, we've got a pretty awesome update to go through with everybody here on the channel regarding XRP getting its own documentary. And we previously covered this on the channel, and it seems that there is more focus on this and it's nearing that final point of being released. We're also going to be talking about the court case, the timeline, the ifs, the buts, and the coconuts, and everything that's relevant with the case currently. We'll be looking at the appeal, if they can make an appeal, if it's going to be effective, and if they've possibly put that into motion as of this current recording. So jumping straight in here, we are looking at this article which is talking about, and it's got some very interesting information. So as for Netflix having anything to do with this, Fruition Productions has clarified that collaborating with a streaming giant would require many middlemen who could end up harming the project on its way to completion. And I have to agree with this statement, because when it comes down to cryptocurrency documentaries, they're not really positive, and Netflix have got a knack, I would say, for putting a negative spin on absolutely everything and plucking the bad out of the good. So it's really nice to see that they've chosen to remain free of that overhead, being Netflix and middlemen. So flicking back to this article, we can see that Brad Garlinghouse has chosen not to take part in the project. And according to Fruition Production, the team behind the documentary did interview David Schwartz. So at least it looks like they've got one big star. And David Schwartz is very outspoken in the crypto community, and he's always there for XRP. So it's really good to see him in this, and it's going to be a positive spin on the whole narrative, being XRP taking over the global financial system for cross-border payments and beyond. So let's jump over now. Let's take a look at exactly who is behind the directing of this documentary, and it's a guy called Christopher Doge. He's not really that well known. Very interesting second name, I must admit. Maybe he'll jump in and do a Doge documentary in the future, who knows. So he's only known for Matonia, When You Wish, and Living in Fear, each one of these being short, each one being produced around 2023. So as we can see, he's relatively new. He will have his own method and style of doing things. So we hope to see a really positive spin on this, and it's set to hit Amazon Prime and Apple TV in November, as we can see from this article here. So if we scroll down, we can see that Fruition Production also disclosed that XRP Unleashed will be self-financed and distributed independently without third-party backing to maintain full creative control. At first, the documentary will be available for rent. However, the company said it plans to explore moving to an ad-supported platform in the coming years. And I think they'll do that sooner rather than later, especially with all of the buzz currently around XRP. And as of the current recording of this video, it's trying to poke its nose out and perform a nice green candle when ETH and BTC are primarily moving downwards and dragging the rest of the market with it. So we can see that this is having a positive effect on what is happening on the Ripple XRP RLUSD stage. So earlier this month, Judge Torres ruled that the company must pay $125 million fine for violating certain security laws, which was just a fraction of the $2 billion initially sought by the SEC. So this caused many industry participants to view the decision as a Ripple victory, and both parties have until early October to appeal that ruling. So let's take a look at the current timeline and what is coming up for XRP at the end of this court case. So what we can see is that the SEC will hold its fourth closed meeting since the final judgment, and the agency could discuss the Ripple case and merits of appealing. Considering the effect of the SEC silence on XRP trends, the SEC may delay any announcement until the last moment. Ripple and the SEC have a 60-day window to appeal from the final judgment date. The SEC may or may not have grounds for an appeal, but we're just going to have to wait and see how that situation pans out. So when it comes down to XRP and what they're currently doing in the background, it really signals to myself that they're not worried about an appeal, and they're going ahead and pushing forward with everything that they've got planned out. And something that happened recently in the background was the revelation of these 1,700 contracts that I covered previously involving XRP with various financial institutions and companies. We've also seen 2 test transactions for RLUSD recently. So all of this points us in the direction of XRP feeling very confident in their position going forward. So let's take a look at what IMDb has got to say about XRP Unleashed. And we can see there is 5 photos that have been provided from onset, and there is just a simple explanation stating that explore Ripple Labs' epic battle against the SEC with the support of the XRP army, XRPL developers and industry experts. Director Christopher Doge. Shout out to Christopher Doge. Hopefully he's going to throw out more positive cryptocurrency documentaries that provide a more positive light on what is going on in this sector, because otherwise we're just going to see a dominant Netflix takeover. Knowledge is power, and this is probably going to be the next asset that takes over the financial sector, being the only cryptocurrency that is deemed not a security, which puts it leagues above any other cryptocurrency in the space. So just quickly touching base on this again, XRP is getting its own documentary, as we've known for some time. The documentary is going to be released around November, and that is set to hit Amazon Prime and Apple TV. We also know that Brad Garlinghouse is not going to be in this documentary, but David Schwartz is. We also know that we are in that phase where we're going to see that 4th close meeting with the SEC on that final judgment, and we will possibly see if there's any merits for appealing, and they're going to probably wait until the very end of that appealing window to put it forward for maximum effect. Hodl tight, hodl strong, and just hang in there. It's so important during times like this when the market is just bleeding, going back up, bleeding some more, going back up some more, bleeding some more, and really getting you in a motion where you just feel like you're on a boat, you can't see land, and you're just drifting with the waves of BTC. So like I was saying at the beginning, if you're new here to the channel, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, hit the notifications bell to stay informed. And aside that, just stay safe, stay humble, stay aware, and we'll catch you in the next one. Peace!